I'm just going to do one of those at a time.
Just some video.
That's fine. The quick ones are the best ones.
That we all make to society. She expanded by saying it might be, for example, that instance that local areas come together, they decide for themselves about the contribution that they might make, and then people who live in that area would have the opportunity to get involved in local volunteering and local services to their neighbours. Well, I'm sure that we would all welcome any initiatives that underline the importance of engaging with our local communities by creating opportunities for people to volunteer within them. However, we don't need to remind ourselves that such activities are in fact strong and healthy here in Richmond. And that the purpose of tonight is to acknowledge the contribution that everyone has made by working as a volunteer here in our borough, as well as highlighting the achievements of our award winners. I would therefore like to say a personal thank you to those of you here tonight who were nominated for an award, and also to those of you who took the time to send in a nomination. I cannot stress the fact that many of our organisations simply would not be able to survive without the help of volunteers, and for that we are all very grateful. It now gives me great pleasure to ask Sharon Lawrence of Marks & Spencer to introduce the Young Citizen Award.
Thank you very much, David. Good evening, everybody. The company I work for is SpringBoard for Business. We work for a wide range of organisations, helping them to get the most from flexible and virtual working. I'm not quite virtual, I'm a real person, but one of the key issues that they face is the use of technology. And that's technology in all its various forms, using it as effectively as they possibly can. And that is one of the reasons why we are always pleased to sponsor the IT Awards. Each year the nominations show just how much individuals are embracing technology, making it work for them and the business or community that they work in. This year is absolutely no exception, and we're really delighted that Arunya Holding has won the award, and very well deserved. So let's have a little look at the film.
Arunya became a volunteer with Richmond CVS after attending the Volunteer Recruitment Fair in 2006. Arunya is an IT professional and has lent her extensive expertise to a number of IT projects benefiting local organisations. Her first project with Richmond CVS was with the Women in Governance project, now in its third successful year. Working as a teaching assistant alongside the course tutor, she supported students in a number of ways, showing them how to log on, answering technical queries and participating in group discussions. She found the experience of teaching on this project very rewarding and is still in touch with some of the women on the course. Website development is an area in which many smaller organisations are crying out for help. Arunya has contributed to several website projects, including Richmond's own site and the South London CVS partnership site. Arunya is happy to give limitless time and her considerable skills to any project. She is also sensitive to the needs of non-technical staff. She has contributed countless hours, both at home as well as in the ICT Centre at Richmond CVS, and is a worthy winner of the 2007 SpringBoard for Business IT.
my pleasure to ask Arunya to come forward and brace the footlights and accept the IT award from the Mayor.
Congratulations, Arunya.
I didn't realise I'd have to do so much hard work this evening, but it's been a great pleasure. Distinguished guests, volunteers, winners, nominees, ladies and gentlemen, friends, thank you for giving me this opportunity to join you this evening. I'm always amazed and inspired by the contribution of local volunteers and by the incredible variety of projects that exist in our borough of Richmond-upon-Thames. And the more I see as Mayor, the more amazed I am. I would like to add my personal thanks to the winners and runners-up for their dedication and commitment. It is fantastic that people who have given their time and expertise are being recognised in this way. Hopefully, it will encourage other people to come forward and get involved themselves. Volunteering is hard work and not always given the recognition it deserves. I am very pleased that Richmond CVS have organised this ceremony to give some thanks to the outstanding volunteers and voluntary organisations in the borough. There are so many ways to get involved in volunteering, and huge enjoyment to be found from it, as highlighted in the personal stories we've seen in the film shown earlier. In the short time that I've been Mayor, and it's only been a month, I have met many volunteers and their organisations. For example, last Friday, I was at the recruitment day in the Sheen Lane Centre, which was full of all sorts of charities and groups, I'm told 30 organisations in all, seeking new helpers. And only this morning I was at a conference for carers run by Crossroads. I have always been impressed by the voluntary sector's professionalism and commitment. I also know that the volunteers who help my chosen charities, Diabetes UK and Stepping On Out, are extremely dedicated and reliable. And I'm going to be cheeky and plug my tea party tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock in the terrace room at York House, to which you're all invited, at only £4 a ticket. As well as the 3 community concerts to be held on the sunken lawn, also at York House, at the end of the month in July. This is one of the year's biggest events for Richmond CBS and the Volunteer Centre, and I'd like to extend my thanks from them to the RFU. And where's Fraser? Where's Fraser coming? Well, particularly to Fraser for donating this wonderful venue for free. Many thanks also to all the businesses and organisations that sponsored the various awards. It is great to see the private, statutory and voluntary sectors working together for such a worthwhile cause.